all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. How we all doing today? Hopefully well. I am doing well. It's absolutely beautiful here today in Silver City, New Mexico. Sunny 70 degrees Fahrenheit. As you can see, it's just beautiful. Um, Without taking up any more of your time, let's get on with the show.
Hello, my name is Shane, and this is my art.
In the heart of Silver City, New Mexico, where art comes to life. Discover the beauty of creativity with my stunning collection of prints. Here at Dalton Gallery, I believe art should be accessible to everyone. That's why I'm excited to introduce my exclusive collection, made here in America. With just a few taps on your phone, you can own a piece of art that speaks to you. Check us out at shanedaltongallery.com or click the banner below and take home some unique art today. Great. First thing I do is get paint on myself. Let's try to keep it clean, people. What do I gotta wipe it on something. How about the table? It's blue. My pants are blue. It all works out. How we all doing today anyway? Appreciate you all stopping in, saying hello. I hope your weekend is going great. Ding dong. Well, that's a nice bright color. Very nice, Gypsy. I did not set the painting down flat like I said I was gonna do. Maybe next time. Maybe later today. I have to go back and grab the table from storage. Bring in the light. That's what we need to do here. I was watching Mural Joe. He has a YouTube channel. Earlier today, he's live streaming. At least he was. Being from Tucson, that's where I be living before here. I believe he lives in Flagstaff, Arizona. But I was familiar with his murals in Tucson. He pretty much did like a lot of the murals. In the 90s when I was living there working on murals, they outlawed murals because they were trying to get the town to look a little less Mexico, I think. And it was like through the 90s. There was a lot of stipulations to how murals were to be put on buildings. And then it kind of, they overcharged, I think, people. So it was difficult for anyone to consider it, you know, for city planning, so on and so forth. But then, 2010, I think, they just went the other direction and they started going with the traditional Southwest, but professional. So he did a lot of the murals in Tucson. He had a great art style. We're talking like whales swimming through the desert. And it's a Sonoran desert, so it's a very special desert. Considering saguaros live there. Anyway, he has a YouTube channel. I was watching him earlier. It's fun. Suppose I could zoom in for you guys, eh? Everybody like to see. Let's go up here. Pretty much the same color, so I gotta get more white involved. If you're following my gaming channel as well, you would know that last night I played a little DayZ. Kind of tried. And so the first time I ever tried it, I went in and realized it was more than I can kind of throw some time at, and so I didn't play it. Last night, Jerry Tulit and I both went in, spent some hours trying to find each other, and you know, it's very difficult. Had a lot of fun doing it. Very frustrating, very difficult. No map, no ping, just minimal food and zombies. It's a wild time. Ooh, that's nice. Follow the line before, clean brush, add a little bit of white. Love to know what y'all are getting into this weekend. My weekend starts, I I guess, Monday. Having this art gallery, I'm kind of open on the weekends, allowing me to talk to all the people traveling and showing up to Silver City. Or locals. I had a lady this morning. She comes in and shows me off to her friends, other people if they're visiting, or today a lady who literally lives here in town, has never been in my gallery. My place doesn't look open. It's kind of hard. You know, your place of business should at least look open. It helps with business. But if you think about it, I'd like to just sit here and paint more. So in a way it kind of works out good, because people who are interested come inside. Or at least look through the window. I gotta work it out. I gotta fix it. Gotta throw some signage up. See? Just cleaning things up if you see it. This whole style of painting seems to be a constant cleaning, which is pretty cool. Like an ocean. I need my apron. I need my apron. Where is my apron? Apron. Okay, I found it. It's just easier to wipe the brush on the apron than pants. Not good for pants. Worldwide pants. Lavender is so crazy. Oh, what a wild color. Doug, what up, dude? I am well, thank you. Very nice to see you show up and say hello. Thank you for asking. I hope you are also doing well, yes? Healthy? Racing? What are we up to? What's new on the agenda, man? Because I'm painting a big old cloud painting. I was literally just thinking, is YouTube working? And thank you for saying hello. Every line counts. Could you imagine?
Done. Sent. Been really busy at work, so not much time to race or watch streams.
Well, busy at work is a blessing. Let me tell you what. Good for you. I don't have time to watch YouTube either. My full day is completely taken up with cooking, eating, editing, painting, or playing games. Again, YouTube, but not watching. So I've actually I've had to force myself to jump onto people's shows so I can make sure I say hello. Super duper busy. And I'm happy to hear that, bud. I hope you're happy also. Ooh, this is a good color today. Simple, blue, white. You got that blue, you got that white.
Done. Sent. Yes, mate, I love my job. Painting looks great, mate.
Awesome, dude. Took me so long to kind of grasp being able to like my job, and you know, when it wasn't just doing my thing. It would be it would suck if I didn't like what I'm doing, but I love this obviously. But I'm saying, like, working for somebody else, it took me so long to realize that I was actually having fun in my day. Hanging out with friends, laughing in the sunshine. It was great. Really changed my perspective on work altogether. I was like, oh, it's not a pain. It's just me going, hanging out with some dudes. Construction. So kind of bouncing all over the place with this painting right now, but it's okay. I'm giving these highlights that needed to happen. And it's all this blue, so kind of just a reflective property. Water. Nice. This is the cleanup crew. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just going around, touching here and there. Well, you couldn't even see that one? Yep, barely saw that. Okay, so that's the bottom of camera view. Good to know. Looks great. I mean, that's what I want. I want clean lines, but a lot. Gotta fit it in here. Structures the whole, like before it was kind of messy in there, and there we go. Helpful. A persuasion, if you will, of color. We're just swimming through. I did there? Made my own. Make your own way through. And following. So crazy how bright that looks against the little bit more gray. To be expected, I suppose. Excuse me. Likewise, dude. Thank you for joining. Thanks for stopping, saying hi, throwing them thumbs around, you know what I mean? Just have yourself a wonderful day. Evening now, probably. Cleaning up the farm. A clean painting is a happy painting, you know what I'm saying? That's for you, Pop. It's actually working out pretty well. Trying to just clean up as soon as I see a blurry line or something that's just a little bit messy. Bring in a little clarity to it, and bang, helps. And whether that line stays or fades, I'd like it to stay. But clean, lovely. It's what I need. It's what I want. And just keep adding white. You know? Matter of fact, probably should pour a little bit more into the dish. All right, back to zooming in. So we're just here, here. That's the lowest I can go. Good to know. That lavender looks a little bit too rougey rouge, if you know what I'm saying. I hope wherever you all are today, it's sunny, and birds are singing. Not sure that has any blue in it. Hopefully. Otherwise, I'll fix it. Indeedly do. Yeah, it does have blue in it. Quite a bit. Gotta be careful. Don't want to smudge what I've already done. Gonna let it dry. Probably use some of this in the sky. I'm gonna really have to work that out here. Belly's a grumbling. I'm a hungering. I know. Gotta be careful. Swoosh. Putting in the work, people. When you want to get something done, you gotta pick up a shovel. This is my shovel. This is my yard. And we digging holes. All right. It's pretty good. So I've seen these new videos on the YouTubes. It's like Theo Vaughn, Joe Rogan as babies, and it's AI obviously because there's babies talking and just looking like babies talking though. I was thinking today, I was like, oh my God, what if a 1-year-old sees that and is like, oh man, how is this gonna change stuff when a baby sees a baby having full sentences? I mean, we know it's fake. Oh Lord. That's a epic thing, you know? It's a new part of it going, oh, you have to just explain that that's not real. It's just the phone. But what a Cool videos though. Funny. Ooh. Like water. We're just putting the water into the cloud. We can't have dry clouds. Very small. I don't know if you guys can see what I was doing, maybe just a little bit.
Laura D. Zedart said, more lines.
Laura, welcome. More lines indeed. I mean, or is that like more lines? Oh. I could understand that, those two words, in many ways. I got one guy saying, more lines. I got one guy saying, more lines. How are you doing, Laura? Welcome. Happy weekend to you. I hope it's a beautiful one. Up in Canada. It's not different enough. Here it will be. Very nice. My feet. It's my feet.
Took my mom out for lunch at our fave Asian restaurant.
Oh,
Had some grandkids there for her.
that's beautiful. What a wonderful day.
Laura D. Zedart said,
I got some tiny detail brushes at the art store.
Oh, very
Going
cool.
to sit here and hopefully finish this painting.
There we go. Let's go. I'll be here in support with you. Well, I hope your lunch was good. Usually it is when you go out and pay someone else. You're like, feed me and make it good. It would be rare if we kept going back to some place that wasn't good. It'd be strange. thank you for joining me today, and good luck. I'm getting that done right now. Just like you guys kind of inspire me to show up and be responsible to my channel and say hello to you all and literally just show up and belly up to this canvas. That's all that really any artist needs to do. And we all know how difficult it is to sometimes show up. I feel that this channel has made me do more paintings. If that's what it takes, I'm willing to be here. And if it inspires people to sit with me and do some paintings, I love that. Because that gets you bellied up to your canvas. And as we all know, it takes a while to get inspired. But once you get there, it doesn't even matter if your feet hurt. You're willing to stand there and do something. It's kind of what I see from it. Or from my painting experience, yeah? More lines? I'm kind of lucky in a way to where, I don't know, this stops when it stops. It doesn't stop when I get it right. Obviously, it'll be when I get it right to myself, but there is no realism to it. There's, you know, the cloud's a cloud. Clouds will be clouds. Land will be land. If you're doing portraits like you're into, you have to make it kind of look like a person, right? It's kind of the objective. Unless you're a caricature artist, and then you get to, again, be free, have some fun. You have legitimate work set out in front of you. I admire that. Keep it up. Cleaning it up. Sorry, you probably can't see this, but it's okay. It's good. Come back up to where you can. Okay. Looking for open areas that need help. can do is raise it. Hey. Boom. Now where are we? We're here. Okay, that's cool. Ay, caramba.
Laura DZR said, have any people stopped in the gallery today yet?
Oh yeah. I had a couple. A lady who is my biggest, latest fan in town. She's wonderful. But she brought in a friend of hers. Not as excited. This art, whatever I'm doing here, catches people or it doesn't. It's, oh, look at all the lines, or, oh my God, look at all the lines, you know. Which I get, I understand. But, you know, she likes this painting I'm doing right now. And I thought she'd come in and check it out, see how it's going. I got a couple people who do that, who just show up kind of weekly, and they just want to see where I'm at. Which is nice. Now, if they brought me cookies, that'd be cool. Throwing that out there. Maybe they come in and bring me some cookies. And I'm like, oh my goodness, cookies. How awesome. Now what I'm doing here is trying to create the transition from sky to cloud. So it's going to be some interesting footwork here. Careful. Why you gotta be messing with a superhero? It's hard to pick where to focus on. We've gone over this before, and it doesn't change. My belly be grumbling, grumbling, grumbling. My belly be grumbling. Just trying to clean it up a little bit. Wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Clean. All right, let's clean this brush off. Let's back up a little bit and see the whole painting the other way. So yeah, as a matter of fact, it was the same lady who came in today and brought a friend, but she was the only human so far that kind of understands what I'm doing here. And the way she explained it to me was the way I think about it. So I was like, boom, you're the only one. I really appreciated it, you know? But it's all subconscious right there. That's what I'm going for, at least. In the long run, this will all be part of the foreground, but I need you as the viewer of the project to think minerals, think things like that. I need it to be a very mineral heavy, rock hunting kind of expedition. But yeah, lots of line work. We've done pretty much the midsection. I got to clean this area up a little bit up here. And then right now we just started on this section, which we'll keep going on. But I need a break. I don't need a break per se. I just, every hour I kind of like take a little breather. Right now I think I could eat some saltine crackers. Let's walk back into the back here and get some saltine crackers. See what I did there? Name branded that. It's not even saltine. Is saltine still a company? Because these are not saltine crackers. It's a weird word. 1950s marketing. Saltine. Get yours today. This is where I want to be. I got them carbs in me. 3 crackers. Three crackers and some water. I don't know. Sorry. We still on break. Just chill a minute. And we'll get back to it momentarily. It's a chill show. La 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 la. Oh, I'm such a good singer. That's why I'm so operatic. I'll take you guys outside with me so you guys can hear the sounds of Silver City. We've all heard the sounds of Beethoven, but this, the sounds of Silver City. Voila. And we're back. Okay. Light and wispy. You know what I mean? Confidence. Nice.
Cartoon Mark. 7. Nice painting.
Thank you very much for showing up and saying hello. I appreciate it. Cartoon Mark, welcome. Today I'm kind of just cleaning it with these brighter blue lines.
Laura D. Zedart. 7. Scraping some palettes now that I let the paint dry out.
Yeah. Nice. I have this little, what I'm using lately is this little jar, plastic jar. It's bendable. And of course I'm using acrylic, so it's not like latex where it just all stretches out, but acrylic does a pretty good job of coming out. You use oil, right? Nice, nice, nice. works out with the linseed or pretty flexible though. You could probably peel it, huh? Never worked with oils. The only time I ever worked with oils was professional house painting. And I was working on like some nice wood. Pain in the arse. I can zoom in a little bit more. So where are we at here? Somewhere from here to here. All right then. Alrighty then. Well, I don't know where that line goes or why I put that one there. I'll have to answer for that later when I paint into it with another line. But what I am doing is actually working. I'm liking it. Again, every line I put in is a contemplative gesture. You could think, I did want to fix a little bit of something here. Let's lower it down. Eesh. Eesh, barkadookle. Let's work on this. Side of the painting is just as important. Well, Cartoon Mark, I appreciate you stopping in. What brings you by? How did you hear about me? I'd love to know. YouTube doing its thing. which would be great.
My chihuahua is curled up under my soft teddy. It's chilly here today. He loves to burrow.
Oh, yeah, he's like far from Mexico. He did say Chihuahua. And that is a Mexico dog, yeah? I had a Malamute born in Tucson, Arizona, and I was like, man, that sucks. I didn't bring the Malamute from Alaska to Tucson, but it was just born there. I was like, oh my goodness. Really? Burrow is B-U-R-R-O-W. I would have thought the first as well, to burrow. But neat. Yeah, he's getting cozy, yo. Yeah, that'd be rough. Yeah, Kenya. Kenya was her name. Cool, smart. Old lady. Interesting. I'm gonna go with it. Yeah, the thick undercoat. That's something with these dogs. Yeah, I brought Kenya up to Seattle for 4 years. She got to experience that. And I remember hanging at my parents' house and she was outside and it was snowing. And you know, I did whatever I did, and then I look outside and I'm like, Kenya's not there. It's just a lawn of snow. So I got worried, come outside, Kenya. And then I see her, she just peeks her head up out of the snow. And literally she's just like, she just fell asleep and all the snow just covered her. And she just, she was so happy to be up there in the weather that she needed to be in. That was cool. I had never seen an animal just be like, oh, take a nap and then just be covered in snow.
Laura DEZ Art said, they love it.
Yeah. One life to live, people. That's what we're doing every day. No redos, no do-overs. Hopefully y'all are going at it the best you can. Sometimes I take it easy. Let's take a look at what we have done so far. Roop, roop. Just want to look at it. Oh, my feet. So I really want the weight of the water. What an interesting bunch of lines. Okay, I like what I've done down low, right there. I like that. That's cool. What I need to do now is kind of maybe start. No. I mean, it would help. If I started some of the foreground foliage, it would probably help. The concept, the weight, the distribution, where I'm trying to push and pull weight. It was cool. A lady asked me how much I'd charge for it. And I told her the story of the $3 a square inch deal.
And I said, I can't charge for 3 years of my life on the other painting, so I had to go with the inches. Like right now, it's pretty fish-bowled, fish-eyed, fish whatever. And I gotta kind of get rid of that, yet keep it so that if you're here, you look like you're in the painting. I have a pitchfork or something. Pitchfork sounds terrible. I'm a farmer, okay? I farm. All right, let's readjust my brain and I'll be right back. Brain adjustments in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I was really hoping that one time, like, there'd be some people come into the art gallery while I'm back there, and you guys are the only ones here, and you hear them talking because the microphone's out here, and then you say, "Welcome to the gallery," in your robot voice. That would be funny. Welcome. I appreciate you all for being here. I don't want to cough directly into your ears. All right, all right, all right. When am I gonna be? Oh, sorry. Just gotta rest my feet, yo. Oh. Can I put my feet up here? Ah. Nope. Not cool, bro. All right. Back to it. Let's zoom you all in. Get all close. It's Always Sunny. Very funny. In my head. Just run episodes, you know what I mean?
Laura D.E.Z. Art said, "Welcome to the Dalton Gallery. I am the gallery AI robot. He has stepped away momentarily to calibrate his brain circuits.
Yeah,
Please enjoy your perusal of the art while you wait for his return."
like that. That would be awesome. Do you imagine? You walked inside an art gallery and no one's in there, but then that happened? You're like, all right, I'm staying. Or, oh no, I gotta leave. This is too much. I mean, I've told the story, but in my space smoke shop, used to talk to people. The store would talk to you only when you left. However, it would be obviously talking to people as they walked in, because people would be leaving as other people would be walking in. So this whole actual store from the speakers speaking about, you know, human things was it. And it's so much like what you just said it would be here. The same kind of thing. They're like, welcome. I even wanted to go further and assign them a digital signature so that the store would recognize them when they got back when they came back. Recalibrating his brain. Please enjoy your perusal. Yes. Okay, I need more blue, less white. So let's do it. Dangerous. I'm in deep water here. No life preserver. I guess I have to consider the idea that if I do make a mistake, I'm gonna have to cover it up with a tree branch at this point, because any of this could change, you know? We'll call it a happy accident, and then we'll move on if there is one. Because we do know that there is foreground to be had. It's kind of like the reason why I didn't want to do too much. I need for the foreground to be there, kinda, so that I just don't paint too much, you know? I don't want to commit too many of these lines to an area that's going to change. I learned my lesson. My feet hurt. Yay. There's that. I'm such a complainer. I'm like, wah. I Love Lucy style. Wah. Ooh, that's looking good though. I'm liking what I got going on. See what I'm doing? Just has to flow. So I'll start at a cloud like this. And if I don't see an exit, I don't exit. If I see an exit, I take it. I'm like stuck on the 405 mid-traffic. I'm looking for a way off, you know? But all in all, it just has to all work. So I'm following lines. As usual. Hold your breath moments. So some things just, you know, wrap up together. Like what's happening right here is pretty fantastic. I like it. It's like this folding of cloud. Obviously, clouds don't look like this. But they do, if you can see them. It's nice. It's cleaning up. It's cleaning up just fine. Ding, ding, ding. Now I'm tri-folding it. Clean the brush. It's a good color. Not worried about that. Too much. Too much. Easier to make a straight line with my hand than it is with a mouse. So I'm doing a painting on art gallery on rust. I tried using a Rustangelo, the app. Didn't work out. My paintings look terrible. So that's interesting. All mixed up, good looking color. Clean the brush. Whap the brush. Whap the brush. When come on, Buttercup, get it right. This hold your breath moment is brought to you by Kentucky Fried Chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken, eat some today. We don't have a KFC in this town, so I could not eat some today if I tried. We do not have a Burger King in this town. We do not have a Starbucks in this town. We do not have In-N-Out in this town. We do not have, oh, well, what else? A Jack in the Box in this town. These are all reasonable. We do not need these in our towns. But we do have two, what the hell is that one? It's like a 50s diner. Fun story. Husband and wife get divorced. I'm guessing wife wins the business. Husband's so mad he goes across town, which is only 4 miles, granted. The whole town is 4 miles long. He is but 2 miles from his other place of business, and open up another Sonic. What? That's the rumor. Now we have 2 Sonics within a 2 mile period. Literally the only fast food in this town is McDonald's, Wendy's, and 2 Sonics. Oh yeah, Blake's. Blake's Lottaburger. Gotta love Blake's. New Mexican staple. But that's a New Mexican burger joint, so doesn't count in the same way, does it? Maybe it does these days because they are out there. I love this town for that stuff though that I just said. We don't have the population to sustain those establishments. Color is very similar to what I'm using, so it's not showing a lot, especially on camera. Stuff's happening. You can trust. And if you don't trust me, get your butt down here to Silver City Dalton Gallery and come see it for yourself. We'll leave the light on for you. And the light is on all night long, every day. Not all the lights. I have, you know, the nighttime light for the art gallery. So when you're walking around town after dinner and you're like, oh, look at all these cute, quaint shops, you will see mine and say, what a cute, quaint shop. All this art is the same. People don't, I mean, when they come in and I'm like, yeah, hi, welcome, I say to them, all the artwork is mine. And a lot of times it's really, they don't expect it, which is surprising to me. Now we let go of all preconceived notions and we just paint. If you held on to your notions, you might not consider the potential which is a great way to be, actually. Safe. But me, I'm out here thinking, maybe there's lions everywhere. Let me put them in. People need to see the lions I see. Mixing up a little bit of darker paint. Oh, come now. Funny, I told somebody, like if I talk to people in the store, they're just coming in, and I get to the point where we're talking about the line work, Now I can't remember what I was just gonna say. Gosh darn it. Guess it wasn't that important. You know? It's working out though. The air is looking like the way I want it. I guess there's a level of patience all artists carry. People tell me when they look at these paintings, they're like, oh, the patience you must have. And I'm like, huh. I don't say much, but thank you. But in my mind, I think is it a level of patience, or are we all searching for this basic focus? I just may spend longer on the project, and the level of patience doesn't weigh in. As long as we've shown up and stood in front of or sat in front of something, patience. So, Laura, good for you, carrying some patience in your life. A little bit of focus. It's a good ability to have. Turn it into a circle. Now, if I was focused on each exact line, like a little more intensely, sometimes obviously I have to focus. Most of the time I am just wrapping lines against each other. That's it. I love it. Yeah, you're looking for mistakes, right? Just gotta breathe and go over the mistakes. And maybe that's not even, ow, maybe I don't know how to attempt to even fix a portrait. Breathe. Muy importante. See what we did there? We did all this today. Obviously the cloud was done. We worked on a lot of that in the middle. There's so much. So much to do. So why away on a sunny day? Wow, 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 wow. Isn't that weird music? Oh, it feels good to sit down though. Oh. What I could do is build a structure that houses a painting. So I've done this for my mandalas. I built a mandala on a Lazy Susan. It could hold a 4-foot by 4-foot painting, and it was just a Lazy Susan on the wall. So I didn't have to like go upside down, and it was all the same, you know. So I could just repeat muscle movements. I could probably do the same with one of these, where it's kind of on some kind of arms, articulating arms, and I can go up, down, left, right, and then I can just focus on where I want the work to go, right? And I leave my camera stationary above my shoulder, and I can move the painting around. I'd still have to get up to zoom in and out. But right now I can do, let's see, if I wanted to sit down. And you know, sitting's not great. Sitting, I guess, is not the goal. So, it just feels good. Can you guys even see what I'm doing here? Heck no, not even a little. See what I mean? Do you see what I mean when I say, what am I doing? The bottom is blue. The blue bottom of the bayou. Whoops. Camera out. Camera back in. That's about as far as I can go. You guys might wobble a little bit, but comes with the territory of being perched up so dang high. How high? So dang high. But look at me now. I'm sitting. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Thanks for all your incredible attention. If you only gave this much attention in school. Ah, yes. There are literally a couple biologists I watch on YouTube, and I think to myself, man, if I had this kind of instructor in college, or even high school, I might have paid attention. I might have been interested. So weird. See how dark that blue is? It's a dark blue. Put some up here. Oh, my feet are thanking me right now, though. If my feet can talk. See, we want that shadowed color, which will infer the underside. If not, the moisture in the air is shadowed. You guys can't even see what I just pointed at, but it's cool. If you saw it, you'd understand. Wow, 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 wow. Maybe there's spaceships up in here. What a change in direction. So that's key right there, what I just did. I was going this way and then I just went I gave it some wiggle. But I followed the painting, so I suppose there is a point when all of this converges, yeah, and it seems to be at this axis right here there's an X, and in this axis right here there's an X. So this point and this point are super important. Everything that happens around this point and this point in this whole painting is the most important thing, I think. Just short of the context, which is we're going to look at a cloud, yeah? We're kind of spending some time out in the desert and land and, you know, whatever people will see in this. I'm just sharing with you convergence theories. Just sharing with you where it's very important in this painting to make sense, because you know, humans are peculiar. We can spot a phony. He's a phony. He's just a phony. That one's probably too light, but I'm okay with it. We'll allow it. It's allowed because it has to be. I made a mistake. So, difficult. It's going to an area to be fixed, whereas this side worked out pretty nicely. Now all I gotta do is fill in. By habit, I tend to either go around the little white dots, which I need to fill in, or there's just a numerous amount of them. So I'll go back and do that, cover them up, because I feel that all paintings need paint, yo. Seems like a silly statement, I know. What you gonna do about it? You don't got a microphone. I guess you kind of do. All you gotta do is type it in. Make your own silly statements. Nothing? Could have been cool. Man, that's windy outside today. It's beautiful. We always have a little bit of a breeze. Which, if you're a kite enthusiast, it's a little choppy in the wind. It's not a steady wind like you get in the ocean. So you'd have to be a sport kite enthusiast, I guess. I had a sport kite for a minute. It was in Gentle Ben's in storage because I was using it and someone took it. I never saw my sport kite again. You directed it with string, you could turn it right, turn it left. It was fun. It's pretty wild. Nice. Sometimes it just fits. Did I get it in the camera? Just in. This just in. How about this? Think about this for a minute. A third of this painting, a little bit less than a third. I paint the painting once with a brush, blocking. We set the design in, yeah? First part of the painting. Second part of the painting is where we're at now. I go over the painting wherever the color transitions. Wherever there's a transition, you will see a line being put there. 2/3 of the painting is now done when that process is done. 1/3 of the painting doesn't even have to be done because it's the negative space of the lines I put on there. What? If I do it right. If I end up screwing up, i.e. here we put lines in again, i.e. for example here we put in lines again to clean up this secondary third, yeah, the part I'm working on right now. So in a way, a third of this painting finishes without me even dealing with it. That's kind of magical, isn't it? Isn't it magical? I feel like it's magic. It's magic, baby. Let me tell you something about magic. It's not real.
How do you decide what color to use for your lines in a given area?
Ah, good question. Okay, so I have a theme, I have an idea, hence the blocking. And when I do the blocking, it sets the tone. So I'll pick 3 to 5 colors for that tone. And those are the only colors I use. Now, for each area, it needs to reflect and it has to, that's where I guess my brain works. is that I have to pick the color that is being used among the colors that I've already chosen. So it's all about warm colors preceding, cold colors receding, preceding, I don't know, but you know, coming to forward, going backward. So I have to know those aspects of it, and then where the light's coming from, all the normal things. All the normal things come into play. But which colors or which, I just kind of pick a few and I work with that color that day. It helps that way too, where I'm not, you know, choosing too much. I'm getting, the choice is getting picked for me. All I gotta do is do some blending. So, like for instance, we've been working on this whole underside clouds, and earlier I talked about this being dimmer, and so I needed to go with that. I know that this is a cloud structure. I know that this needs to feel like it's a cloud structure. It needs to feel like there's shadow, even though there may not be. I'm painting sky here, but I'm painting it like Van Gogh or whatever, you know, all clean lines though, as opposed to just crazy lines. But in doing so, I'm literally painting the sky, pretending that there's clouds, but not really, you know what I mean? Best way to put it. So therefore I have to realize that it's just sky. How do I exemplify the sky to look like it's being covered by clouds? It's a goofy train. I think that's what I found here, is this goofy little train. I gotta take a break because all the paint's dried up, which is cool. So like down here, well, down below, there are going to be a number of things I'm going to need to decipher, or, you know, to understand. Because right now, I'll lower you down, you guys can all see, it's just a bunch of lines and stuff. Like, yeah, I guess it looks like land, but does it? You know, that's why if you guys are, if I show you something, it's generally trying to get the perfect, see, like that's a great frame, a framing of said painting. You guys don't have to worry about all the parts that are unfinished, because I framed it in such a way that it looks like a finished painting. This looks like a distant mountain. This looks like a closer mountain. This looks like the closest mountain. And if I had, you know, a better easel out here, or tripod, you can see more of what I'm talking about. But you get it. So right now, for your guys' benefit, it's kind of like what I'm doing is sharing with you these little pockets. And that's why I zoomed into this, so it goes to there. So this little pocket, which is, if I had a camera person, they'd zoom out and you'd see that it's just the bottom bit of the painting. So as long as it's framed in, and now like at this rate, and so it was like right around here, right? So at this rate, you can see the whole painting as the viewer, but I mean, what do you see? A mess. In a way, this kind of makes a little bit of sense, I guess, because we all understand clouds. And in a way, we understand depth and realizing what we're looking at. So there's depth here and size versus what I was talking about Thursday with the just lines, just this way, these versus stand up. I'm also creating it all as I go along. So that's what this whole video log is a history of something that someday can be just thought about. Maybe an idea of like, there's so much going on in the world with phones and how we're living that maybe we want to take a little time and just paint some lines on a canvas and see what you can do with that. See how you can study color and just without having to blend. Yeah, there's an initial blend, that's blocking. But without having to blend the colors again, to throw them down and see if you can work out a maze, or maybe it's just a study of how I did this stuff. No matter. Thank you for joining me. It's interesting. And maybe someday I'll be a young artist, reincarnated, and then I'll be watching this video, and at this point in the video, I'll be like, oh. But that's years from now, which is now for them. Painting's fun. I was itching my foot. I had an itchy foot. I always like to think about my future self watching, my future younger self watching these videos and being intrigued.
Laura D.E.Z. Art said, I'm sure he's going to love it.
Totally, right? They're gonna hear you. It's gonna be great. I'm glad you think I'm a male again. I like that. I'm finding ease within this life. I've been always confused about how y'all live. You know, I don't want to learn a new thing. I just like to keep going. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I've lost my white. Nope, behind here, isn't it? It is. All right. Back to work. Gosh darn it. And where are we at? Oh. Where are we at? I'm right there. Good, good, good. Everyone can see. What would I tell myself if I could tell myself anything? I'd be like, stop smoking now so that it's easier than tomorrow. Because, yeah, it's fun and free and all that stuff, and freedom, not free. It's very expensive, I'm sure, especially by the time you're smoking. Yeah, just stop. Nothing good can really come out of it. That's something I wouldn't mind hearing as a younger self. But at 12, I'm thinking to myself, I remember being 12, I remember thinking these thoughts, which was, wow, I like some struggle. You know? I wanna do stuff in the world and then try not to do the stuff. And that was like an early thought of mine. So perhaps I just got lazy. Don't get lazy, whatever that means. What does that mean? I don't think I'm lazy. People who see my life know that I'm not lazy. But oh, we have guests. Hello, hello. Well, welcome to my studio.
Thank you.
Yep, yep.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Wow.
Thank you. All the artwork is my artwork, obviously. I don't know if it's obvious, but it maybe now.
It is now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you. Very small paintbrush.
Yeah.
In very many hours.
Yeah, that took 3 years to paint, the big black and white one. However, I work about twice a week. I have a little YouTube show I do it live on. I'm live right now.
Oh, cool.
And I'm just talking to people from all over the world and just having a fun time. You're not on camera, don't worry. This is a whole lifetime of mine ago, the glass. There's a New York Times article about my store in Tucson. It was all local and American-made products. A hard thing to do in retail.
Yeah.
If you want to make money, you got to go Chinese, and I just didn't want to do that in 2010.
Yeah, I know. My sister's a jewelry artist.
So yeah, same thing. When you want to buy something, like even to buy the material, you can go cheap or German shot glass, which is all what we used. Very much more expensive, like 4 times the expense just in glass.
Yeah.
But better product, better quartz quality, all this stuff. Anyway, that was a whole lifetime of mine ago. Now I paint and I sit here and I am blessed to be in Silver City.
I love Silver City.
Mm-hmm.
We're staying in the little place behind.
Okay, cool.
It's very nice.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Cactus are starting to bloom.
Oh,
It's nice.
kind of miss Tucson for that. Being out there in the Sonoran Desert.
Yeah.
Darn it. So how long you guys here for?
Well, we're leaving Monday.
I've been here for 5 days or something.
Oh, fun. Exciting. Good weather.
Yeah, it's
Just
a little chilly out on nights.
little
We've got
chilly.
rain on,
Yeah.
sprinkled on, just
It's
enough.
kind of nice.
Which, I mean,
For sure.
Went out to the horse rescue and, you know, they don't have any grass.
Mm.
And we got 38 horses and it's like,
My goodness.
yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Well, thank you for doing it. I'm sure the horses appreciate it.
It's a big thing here in Silver City. A lot of people volunteers.
Certainly. We're out here on this island, I like to think of it. You know, we're doing whatever we're doing. And I love that about Silver City people who choose to be here. Like, I'm painting, and I'm allowed to paint. Yeah. It's wonderful, you know?
How much is this?
Oh, well, I have that in 8x8 size or a 12x12 size. Now, if we think, Blue Desert, no. I'm always on top of it. Okay, so the 8x8s are 23 bucks, and 12x12s are 43. Done in Tucson, Arizona at Reproductions Incorporated, by the way. Great company. The guy really works with my art, and I appreciate that. So
it comes in a tube.
yes, sir.
Oh, for easy travel.
Ready to go. Yeah, I figure. It's a good size.
Yeah.
That one actually is my favorite one for a shower curtain.
Oh, here's
I wish I would have.
a similar one. And
It's the same. It's just a part of it. Yeah, there it
I don't
is.
know, just something about the
No, it's good.
balance of the
Yeah,
cactus,
thank you.
colors.
Appreciate it. That one I did a long time ago, so I greatly appreciate it. You're welcome to a business card. They're all. Are we gonna do cash or card? Cause all right.
I'll pay the extra if it's.
No, we're good. I was gonna give you a discount. I was gonna say 20 bucks cash.
You were, or you still?
I still am. If you want to give me 20 bucks cash, you could save probably $5 bucks.
Credit off of cash.
Boom. Thank you. Appreciate you both. Enjoy it.
Okay.
Thank you. And I
I know we were wanting to.
yeah, we're making cakes. What are we doing?
Well, I don't know, I could've used one this morning trying to serve up some Boston cream
Oh,
pie.
right,
Just
so
found
you-
this in a little
From the
antique
bakery over
bowl for
there.
$1.
Smart.
So we said,
So now you can just leave it there. Maybe they'll keep it for the next person, or maybe take it and have
take
some
it
Boston
home.
cream pie
Or
when you
something.
get
It
back.
just seemed like a nice size.
Lovely. Good, a good purchase. Thank you guys so much.
Okay.
Have a wonderful time. Safe travels. All right, back to it. Let's see here. See, all I gotta do is really put this in front of tens of thousands of people in a festival of sorts, and I think I'll make some sales, which I would really boost my confidence level. And it's wonderful when people come in and they buy stuff. Because guess what? It boosts my confidence level. I used to sell other people's things with a smoke shop. And to sell your own something is next level. You know what I mean? So I got Festival Net or whatever. I have a website where all the art festivals you can. It's an amazing little app. I mean, to be honest, it looks like it was built in 1987, but it's an amazing little app. 1987. I was taking a computer class, learning how to code in high school. Look at the difference in color, it's amazing. Like this just blends right in over here. Swimming. We're swimming in the air, people. So very cool. They're staying in the Airbnb behind my art gallery. They're my only real neighbors at night. Very cool. So my neighbors always change. It's pretty neat. Yo, my belly is bitchin'. It's like, I'm hungry. You promised to give me food today. You never give me food, my belly says. I feed it all the time. I feed my belly all the time. So in order to go to festivals, I have to set up a little mock store, probably in here, 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet. I need gray photo fabric, 10 by 20s, 1, 2, 3 of them, 3 10 by 20 or 6 10 by 10s that I can clip to the 10-foot wall sections. Both sides. Perhaps not both sides, perhaps just the inside, and perhaps the outside could have black tarp. Yeah, I don't know what it needs to have, but it doesn't need to have black tarp. So yeah, gray photo color fabric, both sides, clipped in. It needs a tent, 10 by 10 tent over the top. You know, the big, they go over the top. Just keep the rain off. £40, £50 weights, or 40, 5-gallon empty jugs that I can fill up with water when I get to places. They need 40-pound weights on each corner. What else? An area, a place to store my prints. So it has to, a box of sorts that would allow for a foam core. I need to get a bunch of foam core and apply my prints to said foam core, and then put matting on it and shrink wrap plastic every print I'm going to sell. Can't really be in tubes. Maybe they could have them in tubes and in that. One a little cheaper than the other. Let's see, what else? Obviously all the prints. Oh, photo cards, like postcards, cards, like my dad's paintings, my dad's pictures up there. I need to take that full of my prints, just blah, blah, blah. So that's 24 slots of prints. I have 23 prints, I think. So that's perfect. I need that full of my prints because people need cheap purchases. And then a bunch of my cards. So that's what do I have out of all of that list right now? I have some tubed prints, yay. I have the thing to build the thing. Yay, I just got to take apart some things and build it. Got to test it out. I need to buy the fabric. I need to buy the tent. I need to buy probably the new clips to put the fabric on the thing. I got a bunch of clips, but they're from years ago and they don't really work the same. What else? Everything. I only own tubes prints. Eesh. So I have a year to get all of that stuff in order. Plus, I need to set it up, take photographs of my setup with all the frame. Oh man, it hurts my brain to think about it. Makes me want to go crawl into a hole. I'm an ostrich. Hello, I'm an ostrich. I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am. I married the girl next door. She's been married 7 times before. Yes, all the names was Henry, not a Willie or a Sam. I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am. Second verse, same as the first. I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am. I married the girl next door. She's been married 7 times before. Yes, all the names was Henry, not a Willie or a Sam. All right, I will not do that to you. Any of you, I respect you all too much for that. But I am Henry VIII. I am. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you for showing up today. We were working on the line work in the cloud painting. We kind of worked on this today on day 8. Day 1, the painting happened. Day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, and here we are. Next time, day 9. I know my maths. Thank you everyone for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. It is absolutely beautiful here. Sunny Silver City. Let's check it out one last time. Look at that beautiful place. Oh my gosh, 1 block away from my house. It looks like that. That's where it is. Let's go, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you on Thursday.